OK， 今天我们想跟大家分享的就是美国银行，所以我相信大家都知道这个故事或者不是故事这个问题 ，right? So especially in the US bank, the mid cap US bank, alright. So basically, the biggest issue obviously is Silicon Valley Bank, okay, and then a Signature Bank, and then Silvergate Bank. Okay, another one is a Republic Bank. All right, so you can see that when this bank is having an issue in the stock market, obviously it will affect the entire stock market as well. All right, so that's why last couple of days or last week stock market becomes so volatile. Okay, so that's why I say anything can happen in the stock market. Although I was bullish, all right, because major indices, break through 200-day moving average. But because of this issue, okay, the stock market, sell down again, all right. 所以我是跟大家说股票什么事情都会发生所以你们一定要就是说要很警惕 ，alright？ So stop loss 非常重要，止损这个东西非常重要你可以看到，不是战争，就是有其他的问题，所以你可以看到今年其实很多这些事情就是说很不稳定 ，alright？ Is very uncertainty, okay? Although for the past 2 months market went up, okay? Then now it's become volatile, okay? Because bad news keep coming in. All right, bad news keep coming in. When bad news keep coming in, it will disturb the stock market. Okay, it will disturb the stock market. So basically, what happened to this bank? Okay, basically, it is because the customer of this bank want to withdraw a big amount. So therefore, the bank have no choice but to liquidate their position from the bond. So when the interest rate increase, right, what happened to the bond price? The bond price will decrease. So therefore, the bank have to sell the bond at the losses. Okay. So when the bank sell the bond at the losses, okay, what will happen? Obviously, this will affect their company asset. Okay. So that's why the bank was forced to sell away. Okay. Some of their what we call that bond position, and with that, okay, a lot of people queuing up, okay, in their bank to withdraw the money. So that actually add more pressure to the bank. So that's why this was the big issue in the what we call that in the US. Okay, so that's why US banks, especially the mid cap and small cap, when the economic is good, yeah, the stock price go up okay, but when the economy is no good, then you can see all the problem keep coming in. So that's why you need to know what sector to buy and what sector to avoid. All right, so next thing, okay, so which company that is affected by this what we call that the crisis of the bank? Okay, there are many company was affected, but I just named two, which is most popular. Okay, the first one is the Roblox, okay, from the US stock market, and but based on the fact is that only 5% of their cash actually keep in this company okay, in the SBV bank, and it only costs about $150 million, but that's based on the report is actually 5% of their cash all right. And then Roku, okay, Roku is I think is 26%, okay, based on the report. 26% of the cash actually keep inside this bank, SVB bank, around $487 million. Is quite a lot, okay, quite a lot. All right, but if you look at the stock price of Roku and Roblox, they didn't drop much. Okay, they didn't drop much. So later we can take a look at the stock price. Okay, why they didn't drop much? Okay, this is because what happened? This is because okay, before I show you what happened, okay, this is Morgan Stanley. Oh, sorry, JP Morgan research report. Okay, JP Morgan research report, okay, in 15 November 2022, all right. And then if you still remember, I'm not sure you have this report. I think most of you don't have now. So the report mentioned that the target price was $375. 所以我是跟大家说的话，我就是跟大家说，就是说哈，有时候这个报告哈，尤其是这些银行的报告啦 ，OK research report 啦，不可以太相信了哈，你看就好，不可以太相信 ，all right。So that's why don't rely on the investment bank research report lah. Okay, because why? Because the research report was prepared by fresh grad. Okay, fresh grad. Okay, most of these fresh grad. Okay, they just graduated. All right, then they were hired by the bank or maybe the brokerage firm to analyze the company based on the data. Okay, they don't look at the chart. Okay, based on the data, okay, and then they do the calculation, all right, based on their own formula, and then they come out with a target price. And these analysts, right, they are not allowed to buy stock also, okay, based on the company rules, okay, because they are the one who write this report, research report, so therefore they are not allowed to buy the stock because there's a conflict of interest. So when they don't buy the stock, okay, where do they get the experience from? Okay, when they don't buy the stock, all right. So that's why 我跟大家说，就是不要看太多这个 research report 啦，你看看就好，不可以太相信 ，right? So if you still remember, this report was last year, okay, November, okay. Last year November is quite latest, last year November. So if those people who read this report, they bought on last year November, okay, then what happened? The price crashed down. So they got stuck already. So that's why I say price action is important. Okay, because this report does not factor in the fear factor. They do not factor in the current stations. All right. So that's why 我要跟大家说的话 price action 是非常重要，你还是要看图表 ，OK？ 因为为什么呢？ The stock chart, you know, is actually driven by human psychology behavior. The stock chart actually show us the real data, okay? The report is not live, okay? The report was prepared probably by, you know, a few months before, and then after the supervisor approved, then that's why they come out on November 15. All right. So you can see that the lagging, okay, of the periods. And if you compare with the research report and the stock chart, obviously I would prefer to look at the stock chart. All right. But however, after this incident, okay, after the issue, what happened? After the issue, the Joe Biden become the hero, okay? 所以这个 Joe Biden 变成这个英雄了，英雄来拯救这个美国银行，就是在星期六或者是星期日，那星期日就宣布，他是出来拯救这个美国银行。So 如果那些不能提到钱的话，星期一定能提到钱 ，right? So that so Biden is actually you know, become the hero on Sunday, and then he came out to announce that whoever have the money in the trouble bank, right, they are allowed to withdraw the money on Monday, okay, which is this week Monday lah. So that's why you know, so that's why this, because of this Biden came out, that's why you can see that you know, the Singapore bank also becomes stabilized a bit, right? So basically when we talk about bank, right, okay, it will affect all the bank, including the Singapore bank. But of course, Singapore bank is still the best bank. Later we can take a look at the bank's reports, okay? Singapore bank report, right? Singapore bank is obviously different from this bank, So right now, the thing, of course, assuming already solved, but then the fear is still there, right? The fear is still there. So that's why you can see the stock market is still volatile last few nights, okay, last few nights. 所以虽然这个拜登出来登青每个人还是可以提出钱，可是那个场面已经被破坏了。所以你可以看到前几天的话，美国市场波动也是很大，然后这个新加坡的市场也是备受影响 ，alright。所以起初的话，你可以看到我是 bullish 的 ，alright。可是股票股市往往什么事情都会发生，所以一旦它发生的话，它就会影响股市 ，alright。所以要谨慎一点 ，alright， 要谨慎一点。虽然如此，我还是觉得还是有机会的，因为有可能过几天的话，当这个事情平静了下来 ，OK， 有可能是买入的机会。所以我们要 stand by, all right? So, now based on the current situations, the US market seem to be volatile, but you have to understand what Warren Buffett say lah, when everyone is so fearful, you have to be greedy lah. So we will see what will happen next. If the market stabilize, I believe they might rebound back. So what I mean is that you have to be standby lah, okay? Standby when to enter at the right price, okay? When to enter at the right price, all right? So this is a US bank, okay? And what happened to the Federal Reserve, okay? 所以美联储 okay 发生什么事情？所以你可以看到很多 news you can see that a lot of bad news and then come with this Federal Reserve news, all right, is very annoying, okay? Do you agree? Very annoying, okay? So you might want to ask me, hey, Caleb, how to invest like that? Might as well don't invest already. 所以很多人就问我，很多坏消息你看每天都有这些消息 ，right？ 如果这个消息影响到你的话，当然你是永远不会买股票了所以 that's why I say my suggestion to you is that look at the chart to decide look at the chart to decide, right? So based on the current US economic, okay, before that I'm going to share with you that why I always share with you the US data first, okay? It is makes sense for me to share the US data is because US market will influence, okay, the other market including the Asia market, all right? So that's why it does make sense for me to share the US data. Okay, of course, later I will talk about Singapore market as well. 所以你每次可以看到我会分享这个美国数据先原因是我还是跟大家强调的就是说美国市场会影响其他的市场这个是必然的 okay, so that's why it does make sense for me to share with you the US data. All right, so if you look at the US economy, all right, a lot of people okay talk about what we call that economic downturns, right? But then if you look at the employment data, the employment data is pretty strong, okay, especially in the retail area, okay, and then followed by tourism, okay, and then which area? Healthcare as well. Right， 所以之前我也是有跟大家分享就是说之前为什么这个旧农业局这个 employment 非常 strong， 在美国的话就是after 这个 pandemic 开放了过后这个 retail okay tourism okay hospitality okay 旅游业 right， 所以他们就是拼命在招请新人 okay， 因为这些板块就是说那时候在 pandemic 被影响的全部都是恢复 okay， 所以 that's why 这个 US strong employments come from the retail sector, tourism sector, hospitality, and then healthcare as well, right? And then high consumptions, okay, as you know, the US import is actually greater than the export, all right? So that's why you can see that the purchasing power in the US is still, pretty big, okay? And that's why the inflations, okay, is a bit stubborn, okay, based on the forecast. And then the ongoing war between Russia and the Ukraine, there's no outcome yet, all right? And therefore, based on this reason, the Federal Reserve already hint us previously that the interest rate could be go higher than the expected. Okay, that was the previous information. But based on the current information, what happened? Based on the current information, all right. But the recent bank, okay, crisis could actually prompt the Federal Reserve to slow down or pause the rate hike. Now, 如果你看这个消息的话根据这个数据的话当然他们美国一定要把这个利息调高继续会把利息调高，但是最近发生了这个银行的事件有可能美联储会放慢 OK 这个利率的调高，或者是暂时暂时不要调高这些都是 forecast okay 这些都是 forecast. So you can see that okay you can see that when you know when the US bank crisis prompted there are few sector that is affected, namely the bank sector, and then followed by crude oil and the energy sector. All right, they were affected. But then if you look at the technology sector, they are not that affected. Okay, they are not that affected. So later I'll show you which sector are still strong. 所以如果你看这个数据的话，其实会被影响的板块当然是银行板块了而且还有这些 energy 的板块也是被影响 OK 因为为什么？因为有可能这个inflations the stubborns okay stubborn of the inflations, but then there are some sector that they are quite strong okay they are quite strong okay. So if you look at the inflation, the latest inflations, all right, what happened to the latest inflations? Okay, the latest inflations basically has been gone down okay. 所以最近的 inflation 美国的 inflation 也是有降低 right. 所以自从是在6月份，这个是 June 去年到今年2月 February right. So 2月的数据 inflation 数据是刚刚出来了它的美国 inflation 是6%，所以比1月份低了差不多0.4%. Alright, so this is a good news, okay, for tech stock. Alright, this is a good news for tech stock. Okay, so you can see that the annual inflation rate in the US slowed down 6% in February, and the lowest since September of 2021, in line with the market forecast and compared to 6.4 in January. Alright, so that's why the Federal Reserve, when they see this data, plus the bank crisis, okay, they already hints that they are not going to, what we call that, increase the interest rate aggressively, or they may pause the increase of the interest rate, right? So this is the latest inflation's data. And if you look at the sector, 所以这个是美国板块 okay. 所以这个是 year to date year to date 就是1月份到这个3月份。So if you look at the worst performing sector, right? Which one is the worst performing sector? Energy was the worst performing sector. And technology is the best performing sector. Okay? 所以这个告诉我们什么？这个告诉我们风水轮流转 okay? This is actually telling us the market is rotating from energy to technology. All right, so this is based on the data. Okay, but of course, the stock market will not move up in a straight line. Stock market will be go up and go down, go up and go down. So that's why you need to use price action to identify where is the best price to enter and where is the best price to exit. Right? 所以当你看到这个数据的时候，你就会知道，你应该买哪一些板块，你应该避免哪一些板块 ，right? So financial sector was the second worst performing sector, right? So this is quite obvious, okay? Communication services, consumer discretionary, and these are the top three sector that is performing well in 2023。所以很明显我们看了这个数据过后，我们应该关注哪一些板块？你了解吗？ So for those of you who attended my class, right? Okay, I share with you, okay, how to look for the right stock. Okay, if you still remember. So when you know that these are the top three sector, okay, then you should focus on this top three sector, right? Okay, and then you proceed to look for individual stock that I teach you how to look for the individual stock. So this is very important, and because you don't want to buy the wrong sector stock. Okay, some of you still looking at oil stock. 有些人我发觉你们还是在看这个这个新加坡这个哪一个股票啊GOOG Energy 啦，还有一些这个有一些新加坡股票之前我也是跟大家说，不要碰这些 GOOG Energy 了，然后风水就轮流转，所以要小心一点Right, so these are the facts that I want to share with you. So that's why if you keep coming back every week, show you that you can know that what is happening in the stock market. Okay, what is happening in the stock market, right? So if you look at financial sector is crashing down, energy is crashing down. In fact, there are some technology stock are moving up. 虽然如此，这个银行板块下跌还有这个 energy 下跌其实如果你是比较就是说比较专业的话，你可以看到其实有些这个科技股是继续的上涨的，它没有被这些银行的股票影响 ，alright， 这个是所谓我们说的板块流动 ，alright， 或者是普通人讲的就是风水轮流转了所以你可以看到风水其实是在轮流转 ，alright。And that's why my suggestion to you is that ignore the news. So based on the slide that I show you, right? Okay, I show you a lot of news, right? Okay, these are the news. Okay, these are the news. These are the news. These are the news. These are the news. Okay, which most of the people like to listen. Okay, which most of the people like to listen. All right, but they actually sometimes they confuse you. They also scare you. Okay, and therefore you may make mistake okay when you are listen to the news, all right, because when you listen to the news you process the news and then you come out with your opinion. Okay, remember stock market don't care about your opinion, all right, 所以你所想的东西，你所读的东西你所看到的东西，尤其是报章所写的东西很多时候他们是就是说他们写这些报告出来的话，就是要给人家看。如果他们没有写这个报告出来的话，我相信大家都不想看。Alright, so that is their job. I mean the people who write the report, that is their job lah. Okay, but our job, okay, is what? Our job is to look at the chart and then decide what the back sector to buy. Okay, so that's why I say always focus on the price action. Okay, and look at the chart. And it actually worked for me for many years. So that's why for those of you who attended my class, okay, you actually learn a different thing. Okay, so ignore the news, okay, because the news actually confuse you sometimes. All right. So before I proceed, let me do some what we call that. Can I say advertisement? Okay. So basically, I just want to share with you is that there is a class called Mastering Price Actions. Okay, course. Currently still under what we call that subsidy. Okay, up to 70% to 50%. Okay, and if you know that someone, okay, whom you think can benefit from this workshop, please share this with them, okay, because my job is to add value to you, okay, so that you can refer your friend or family member, okay, and then so that they can, you know, attend this workshop with subsidy currently. All right, so I just want to thank those students who give me a very good testimonial. When they give a very good testimonial, is actually to helping the people who are still losing money in the stock market. Okay, not just about me, but for the people who are still losing the money in the stock market, and then they do not know what to do. 所以很多人还是在股市里亏钱，他们还是很迷茫，所以他们需要帮助。OK， 所以如果你看到这个东西的话，对他们没有坏处是吗 ？OK， 而且还可以提高他们的知识的话，为什么这些好的东西你不要分享出去呢？所以我鼓励大家就分享这个好的事情出去哦。All right. So next we look at the index performance. Okay, SDI index, right? So SDI index, okay, obviously the SDI index crashed down, okay, and you can see that based on my previous drawing, all right, there was two support level. The first support level was broken, 3175, okay, and the second one, which is 3090, and this was the support level that hit and then rebound. 所以这个是海指海指的指数。所以之前我跟大家说，就是上一个星期，刚刚好上一个星期海指是在这边。Last week, I still remember last week, SDI index was near the 200-day moving average, and based on the fact it was a support level, all right, it was support level, okay, but however the SDI index continued to crash down because of what? Because of the US bank crisis, all right, and you have to understand SDI index is being formed by the 30 component stock. Okay, and then the biggest weightage is the 3 bank, okay, UOB, DBS, as well as OCBC. So if the bank drop, if the Singapore bank drop, okay, the SDI index will drop. Okay, so this is the fact 所以如果你参考这个海指的话，其实海指是从这个30只大股出来的，所以头3只大只股就是银行了银行如果新加坡银行的股票大跌的话，海指也是跟住大跌。OK， 所以上个星期的话，我是跟大家说，海指是在这个支撑点为什么呢？它是在这个200天的平均线，200天的平均线是这个支撑点，可是它支撑不到，为什么呢？因为美国突然间他们的银行有问题，所以导致这个海指突破下跌。Right, so you can see anything can happen, and based on the SDI index, okay, and based on my previous drawing, 3090 was the support level. And then when the SDI index dropped near support level of 3090, they begin to rebound. Okay, they begin to rebound. All right. So we can see that this few days the market is so volatile. Okay, so I think it's an opportunity. All right, so you just need to get standby. Okay, I think it's still an opportunity. You just need to get standby. Look at the chart. Okay. Use your price action to identify the best entry point. All right. 所以虽然股市确实是波动比较大 ，OK， 但是我是觉得也是有这个机会 ，OK。可是你要看图表来做决定，寻找跟合适的进场价位 ，all right。所以stand by, okay, always look at the chart to stand by, all right. So it's quite volatile, okay. So what happened is that if they continue to break this 3090, so the next level will be around I think 3000 first, right? 所以如果3090 OK 这个支撑的话，它有跌破的话，接下来是3000点了哈，3000点哦。所以你们觉得呢？如果你是看今天的图表的话，你看今天的蜡烛的话，unlikely they will break below 3090 OK based on this few day candlestick lah, unlikely lah, but anything can happen, alright? Anything can happen. So that's why I say just stand by lah, stand by, okay? So this for STI index, S&P 500, S&P 500 also break through, okay? So before that, there was still above the 200-day moving average, alright? So I always mention, okay, anything can happen. So 我之前有跟大家说过，每一次market 市场哦，什么事情都会发生。虽然那时候 ，OK， 这个 S&P 500有突破这个200天平均线，可是这几天它已经跌破 ，right？ 所以当它跌破的话，其实 ，OK， 股市开始动摇 ，OK， 股市开始动摇。所以到目前为止来说，还是在这个200天的平均线下面 ，all right？So currently STI index is still hovering near the below 200-day moving average, the price, hovering near below 200-day moving average. Because why? Because of the US bank crisis. Okay, US bank crisis. Okay, so we can see that most of the bank-related company like American Express, Visa, MasterCard, okay, Morgan Stanley, Bank of American, they all affected. So when this big bank was selling down, obviously the S&P 500 will be affected as well, right? So this is normal, okay? This is normal. But do you think is this an opportunity? How do you think? So 是一个机会吗？如果你看这个图表的话，是一个机会吗？还是怎样？ Alright. So later we look at the stock, okay? Later we look at the stock, right? So this is right now obviously telling us that the market is still uncertain, but do you agree that stock market always rebound from uncertainty? Do you agree or not? All right. 所以我的意思是说到目前为止来说，现在的状况呢，还是算不确定性的状况。所以我的问题，我是想问你通常市场在不确定性的时候反弹，还是下跌？所以如果你参考之前的图表的话，很多这个 S&P 500其实在不确定性的时候反弹。So you can see that the S&P 500, right? They actually rebound from the uncertainty. They rebound from the uncertainty. So when everything is stabilized, when there's no news, right? Okay, the price begin to sell down. Okay, because when there's no news, people try to create the news. You get what I mean or not? 所以很多时候在不确定性的时候反弹，很多 bad news 的时候它反弹，反弹了过后你可以看到为什么没有坏消息啊？那你就要小心了，因为没有坏消息的话，对那些写报告的人对他们来说是不好 ，OK？ 因为没有人看他的东西，所以他们要创造问题，所以他们写一些不好的消息出来他们去找了，所以在股市涨的时候他们就会写一些不好的报告，写了不好的报告，它又开始下跌 ，right？ 所以股市涨的时候，他们又写不好的报告，它又开始下跌 ，right？ 股市好的时候，他们写不好的报告，然后股市开始下跌 ，right？ So you have to be what we call that a standby and get ready, alright? So that's why Warren Buffett say when everyone is fearful, you have to be greedy lah. So that is make sense for me, alright? That makes sense. So right now is fearful, okay? Are you supposed to be greedy? Okay, so I leave it for you to decide by looking at the chart. Okay, and then this for S&P 500. We take a look Nasdaq component, OK， 所以这个是美国科技指数 OK， 美国科技指数。其实如果你看美国科技指数的话哦，其实它的跌幅哦没有那么严重。OK， 它的跌幅没有那么严重。So this is Nasdaq components. If you look at the Nasdaq component, right, the sell down is not that scary as compared to S&P 500 because S&P 500 consists of the bank company, right? So that's why S&P 500 sell down a lot as if you compare with Nasdaq component. All right. So obviously S&P, obviously Nasdaq, right? You know, people are still considering as one of the, you know, the buying interest maybe has coming back. So if you look at the sector performance that I show you just now, sector performance, where is the sector performance? Yeah, this one. 所以这个是美国板块的表现。So if you look at the sector performance, all right, financial sector, the second worst, energy was the second worst. Okay, so S&P 500 consists of financial stocks. So when the financial stock selling down, so S&P 500 was affected. But however, the Nasdaq components are still performing quite well year to date. Okay, year to date, right? So you can see that the Nasdaq index doesn't really drop that much. Okay, that much. All right. So what is the what we call that? What is the key thing here? So what is the key thing here? Right? So the key thing could be because the fund could be flow into the technology sector, especially the fundamental good technology sector. Okay, I'm not talking about the losing money technology sector. Huh? Okay, I'm talking about fundamental good technology sector. Okay, so you can see obviously the Nasdaq component, okay, is quite encouraging. Okay, it's quite encouraging. All right, so we can see that the price is hovering near the 200-day moving average. All right, so if the price can continue to rebound, then maybe, okay, this would be a good sign. All right, this will be a good sign. So right now, price here. Okay, so we see how tonight. 所以今晚我们会看这个美国市场的表现。OK， 所以纳斯达克的话，其实它的跌幅没有那么可怕哦，没有那么可怕。然后原因就是在这个风水轮流转哦，就是说 energy sector，去年表现最好，可能今年会轮到这个科技板块了哦，这个是我个人认为了哦。所以虽然不是180%，可是看数据的话，好像是哦，好像是。So although it's not 100%, alright, but it look like the tax is coming back 了哦 ，look like 了哦 ，look like maybe, but anything can change 啊。And Hang Seng, okay, what happened to Hang Seng? So Hang Seng 自从这个1月份下跌 ，so Hang Seng Index since they begin to drop in January, okay. As of now, there's no sign of rebound. Okay, there's no sign of rebound. All right. So last week, okay, is it last week? 1st of March, there was a big candlestick, right? Okay, and then you know a lot of buyer coming in on 1st of March, but then after that, the price cannot be sustainable, and then they keep continue to go down. So as of now, the price is below 200-day moving average. Okay, I think it's opportunity as well. Okay, reason is because like what I mentioned, when stock price or stock market is uncertainty, they always rebound from uncertainty. Okay, 所以我个人认为的话也是机会。Okay， 可是你要 stand by and look at the chart to decide the best entry point. Don't just anyhow buy lah. Don't just buy blindly, right? But I just telling you that there is an opportunity. You just need to be standby using price action, okay, and to identify the best entry point. okay, to identify the best entry point, right? So are they near the support level? It looked like near the support level, okay, look like, okay, but will they continue to go down? Okay, nobody know, okay, nobody know, all right? But if you look at Hong Kong market, right, when they keep going down, and then after aggressive sell down, and that is when they begin to rebound. I'm not sure this time will that happen or not. Okay, what I mean is that they go down aggressive and then they suddenly rebound， 会不会？哦，所以这个是只是我的想象力罢了哦，不一定是正确。So what I mean is that if you look at Hong Kong market, right? So based on the previous sell down, after going down, okay, when the price begin to aggressive sell down, that's when the price, begin to rebound. So I'm not sure this time will that happen, okay? I'm not sure, so that's why you need to observe lah, okay? So anything can happen, right? Okay, something like that. I'm not sure. So this for Hang Seng, okay? Right. So what happened? Okay, most of the index oversold right now. STI oversold. S&P oversold. Okay, Nasdaq also oversold. Right. So all of them are oversold. So when oversold mean, okay, is it time to buy? All right. What I mean is that standby lah, for opportunity. Okay, standby for opportunity. I know that some investor begin to buy already. Okay, some investor, because they know how to identify the price action, so they begin to buy, right? And then some investor, they are still worried, so they are wait and see. So there are many type of the investor lah. Okay, so this is a summary of the index performance. Okay, 所以 oversold, okay, 超卖 ，okay， 所以这些孩子啦 S&P 500啦恒生指数全部是在超卖区到目前为止。所以超卖区的话其实是告诉我们就是有机会反弹哦，有机会反弹 anytime, okay, they will rebound. We just do not know that when are they going to rebound. So that's why you need to observe, okay, monitor the market situations using the price actions, okay, using the price actions and look at the chart to decide where is the best price to enter. And remember to set stop loss, nothing is 100%, all right. And second thing is that, okay, because a lot of people asking me about bank stocks, okay, because many people worried about bank, okay, 所以很多人就是问我了，银行怎样啊？银行还可以买吗？银行因为美国那边银行很严重，新加坡的银行又是怎样？ So a lot of people ask me, US bank crisis, so Singapore bank how? So I say don't compare Singapore bank with the US bank, okay? It's actually a difference, okay? Because if you look at the historical data, Singapore bank is still the best bank in the world, okay? And I like Singapore bank, okay? I believe some of you like Singapore bank as well, okay? So beside looking at the chart, okay, we take a look at the data as well, okay? We take a look at the data of the Singapore bank based on the fourth quarter or last quarter of 2022 report card. 所以我们看这个新加坡股票，尤其是这个银行的 公司的业绩报告去年就是说fourth Q 的业绩报告。So based on the data, okay, the Singapore Bank net interest margin rose. That means the net interest margin increased lah. Okay, so in terms of the percentage from Q1 to Q2 and Q3 and Q4, all increasing, all right, all increasing. So this is a good sign lah. Okay, good sign. All right. So the income from the bank is mainly from the interest rate. They earn the interest rate from the mortgage loan from the borrower, right? So that's the biggest income from them, right? So that's why I say the stock price of the bank is depend on the interest rate. So if let's say the interest rate is going to pause or begin to reduce, if you are doing a midterm, then you have to take note But if you are doing long-term investment for Singapore Bank, you no need to worry about the interest rate, whether they are going down, they are pausing the interest rate. You no need to worry because you are buying for long-term. But what I mean is that if you are doing for short-term or midterm, then you have to understand when the interest rate is being paused or being reduced, then obviously it may temporarily affect the bank stock price. Okay, so you have to understand what is your objective okay. There are many types of the investors. Some investor doing short term, some investor doing midterm, some investor doing long term. Okay, so you have to decide, okay, what type of the investor you are. And what is this? Okay, this is a asset quality. Okay, asset quality seem to be healthy, all right, in the bank. And despite the what we call that, the economic slowdown, okay, the asset quality of the bank remain healthy, all right, remain healthy. So basically the what we call that, the non-performing loan, okay, as a percentage of the total loan is actually improved for the DBS OCBC in Q4, all right. 所以新加坡银行的公司是算顶级的公司所以不用担心，如果你是买来长期投资的话 all right. And if you look at the dividend payout, okay, Singapore Bank comparison dividend payout, obviously DBS still paying the highest dividend, 5.8 dividend. And if you look at the revenue growth, 所以如果你是看盈利的话，当然 DBS 还是表现最好了盈利 right. And if you look at the dividend, okay, DBS 5.8, OCBC 5.4, UOB 4.4, all right. So if you ask me which bank to buy, I say 3 bank can buy, all right. 3 bank 都是好 bank. So 如果你是问我哪一个 bank 银行可以买的话，当然是3个银行都可以买了如果你有钱的话。但是如果你是要看它的价位如果你是在以前买的话，这样就不用说，所以你就放住就好。All right. So if you look at the current price, are they cheap? Okay. Later we look at the chart. Okay. Later we look at the chart. All right. So this is the share buyback in Singapore company. So basically, share buyback is considered good news for the investor. But nothing is 100% because when they perform share buyback, it doesn't mean that the stock price will go up. Okay, 所以我展示这个资料给你看并不代表说这个股票会涨不是只是告诉你说他们公司其实有买回他们自己的股票了所以 OCBC is actually bought around 400,000 share, okay, from their own company. All right, Yang Zijiang do also buy back Singapore Exchange, Venture Capital, Venture Corporation, okay, and then UOB Kay Hian. All right, So UBK not much. Okay, venture capital not much as well. Right. So the biggest buyback, I think, OCBC, Yang right? And yeah, Singapore Exchange actually not much as well. Okay. So this for your informations, right? So what happened to Singapore market? You can see that lesser stock, okay? 其实如果你看我的 watch list 的话，不多的股票，因为为什么呢？因为很多股票已经下跌了，但是是好事啦。如果你还没有进场的话，就是等待进场的了。哦 ，Alright, so 现在Sembcorp industry is currently still the strongest, and then followed by Genting Singapore, and obviously DaRenTang, Delfi, and Food Empire. So these are the 5 stocks that I talked about it, few months ago. Right, the price already went up 嘛，所以希望说你们也是有赚到一些钱。如果你们有赚到一些钱的话，你们type yes 好不好？给我一个能量，接下来跟大家分享更多的资料。Alright, so you make some money, okay, from this stock watch list, okay, although it's not 100%, alright, but it's quite interesting because some of the stock still continue to move up, especially Sembcorp industry, Genting, and DaRenTang, Delfi, and Food Empire. So we take a look the stock. And beside that, what other stock? Like, for example, bank stock. What about bank stock? Okay. Bank. Later we take a look bank. Okay. Sembcorp industry. So Sembcorp industry 的话，恭喜你们啦，恭喜你们哦。这一只股票是最牛啊，今年最牛的股票。So, Sembcorp industry is the best performing stock this year. All right, this is the best performing stock. Can you see that? So I've been talking about this stock every time. Okay, almost every time, almost every time. So this was the previous drawing. All right, the price actually break through and then they continue higher. Right, so buyer keep coming in. Okay, so if you what we call that, if you bought some, you might want to take some profit, progressively take some profit. All right, okay, progressively. Okay, because what's go up, it will come down as well. What's go up, it will come down. What's go up, it will come down. Okay, so this is one stronger stock. And remember, the dividend payout on April 25th, still 1 month. Okay, 1 month. All right, so this is a best performing stock, and then followed by Genting Singapore. So Genting Singapore still look good. Okay, buyer are still there. The investor are still inside. Okay, 庄家还在里面，所以你可以看到股票它的跌幅不大。OK， 跌2天又在上。Alright, so this means that the buyer are still inside. Okay, the investor are still inside. Okay, so still got opportunity. So based on my projection, okay, the net resistance could be at 0.95. The next projections will be 1.16, right? So it's quite interesting because the small candlestick tell us that these people are buying. Okay, so if you are my student, you know what I'm talking about. People, okay, people is not the normal people. All right, so Genting Singapore, okay, still got potential. DaRenTang, still very strong. Okay, so the price breakthrough as well this few days. Based on my previous drawing, they break through the resistance. Okay, they break through the resistance. So DaRenTang的话是在新加坡上市，可是它的 currency 是美金了，US dollar. All right, but yeah, still good. Okay, new high, I think. So the price may continue to go higher because there's no sign of slowing down. There's no sign of slowing down. People keep buying. Okay, people keep buying. All right. So yeah, it's interesting because stock market is uncertain. Okay, it's volatile, but the stock that I show you is very strong and keep going up. All right. So don't miss out this type of stock. Okay, Delfi. So Delfi, yeah, Delfi a bit volatile recently. Okay, after the big run, right? So dividend when dividend is May 3rd of May, right? So the price already weak. Okay, the price already weak. Okay, where is the support level? Are they support level? So here's a support level. Can I say that? Actually, today is considered, right? So just need to be careful in case you bought previously, all right? So the price begin to slow down really, okay? So profit taking, all right? So just need to be careful. Huh? And what else? Food Empire. Food Empire continue the bull run, right? So break through the resistance and continue the bull run. And same thing, the dividend will be 3rd of May, right? So these are the few stock. And what about US? Okay, US, the tech semiconductor is still the strongest. So 科技板块的股票 NVDA 是很强 ，OK。所以如果你看这个 Dow Jones S&P 500大跌，可是这个 NVDA 没有什么跌，其实反而涨哦，没有什么跌反而涨，它只是跌2天哦，那时候2天是被吓到哈、哦，很多人被吓到，那2天就是这个美国银行的crisis 啊 ，right？ And after that the tech stock begin to rebound, right? And what else? AMD. So AMD is not affected, okay? Continue to go up strongly, okay? Continue to go up strongly, right? And what else? ELF. ELF. Delfi, okay. What else? Microsoft, you take a look, Microsoft. So Microsoft, okay. Microsoft move according to my drawing, according to my forecast. So you can see obviously the tech stock, especially the fundamental good tech stocks, they actually perform really well. All right. So 这些科技板块，尤其是赚大钱的科技板块了哈，基本面的科技板块，其实他们的表现是不错。All right，虽然美国这个银行的板块有问题，但是它没有影响这些基本面科技板块的公司 ，right？ 所以你们可以关注了哦 ，because the price is still low, okay? Because the price is still low, so I think got opportunity, right? For example, Google, the price is still low, right? GOOG, okay? So we can see that this few days also rebound touches the price action. So that's why I say use the price action to identify the best entry point. This is a good fundamental company, all right? So good fundamental company. Then you use price actions, okay, to identify the entry point, all right? So if you can if you can know where is the entry point, then you can actually buy at the lower price lah. Right? Okay, ma. So what else? 香港股票的话 ，AK Medical 1789 1789。So AK Medical very strong. Okay, the price keep moving up, right, steadily, and right now pull back. Okay, I think opportunity. Okay, I think opportunity. Right, because the price is still far away from the previous peak. So great opportunity, AK Medical and Chunli Medical. Chunli. So Chunli Medical, all right, sideways. Okay, now it's also near support, almost near the support level. All right, so we see how, and then followed by Tencent Alibaba. We take a look. Tencent Alibaba, what happened? So Tencent continue to go down, right? So I think probably the next support level could be here, 321 or 320. Okay, 320, right? So now the price is still weak. Alibaba. What happened to Alibaba? The Alibaba price still keep going down, all right? So still sideways. Okay, currently I think it's near support level also. Here is a support level, right? So if you ask me, can buy, I think buy progressively lah, okay? Because we do not know when is the low, all right? So you can see when they go down, okay, we do not know when is the low actually, right? So can only buy progressively, all right? So if you like Hong Kong stock, especially Alibaba or Tencent, yeah, you can continue to observe by using the price actions, okay, by using the price actions. So just now, I think I missed out the Singapore bank stock, right? So we take a look the Singapore bank stock. So 我们先看这个新加坡的银行股票 all right. So it looked like the price is near the support level, right? Look like, okay, dividend 8th of May. So how do you think? Okay, how do you think? Right? So how do you think? So I think opportunity, all right, because this few days, and if you want, you continue to observe, and obviously we do not know when is the bottom, all right? So if you think this is the company that you want to buy and is a good company, right, OCBC, then you might want to buy progressively, buy slowly, all right, buy slowly, okay? So look like this is near support level, okay, near support level, all right, based on 200-day moving average. 所以它的价格现在是在这个200天的平均线，算是一个支撑了哦。支撑的话，其实是可以说是一个买入的讯号 ，all right，but 不是100%呢。哦，如果你是想要买的话，我是建议是说买少许咯，哦，买少许看状况，如果它有继续跌的话，你再买进 ，all right， 因为这个是好公司哦，好公司的话你可以慢慢买 ，all right，and what happened to UOB? UOB. So UOB also, breakthrough 200-day. All right. I'm not sure will the price continue because based on the previous price, they drop. When they drop aggressively also. All right. 所以 UOB 的话，通常它的跌幅比较大，你可以看到之前的跌幅哦， 它可以跌破这个200天，然后再上来，所以有可能这个 UOB 还会再跌，有可能吗？ So not sure actually. All right, maybe here 27, 21, maybe. All right, 所以你可以注意一下。所以 so there are two levels actually. Another one is 26. Right. Another one is 26. So we'll see how. Okay, we'll see how. Then we see next week, and followed by DBS. Okay, DBS. So DBS also touches the 200-day, and then they try to rebound as well. All right. 所以其实如果你问我的话，其实它跌差不多多少 percent， 跌了差不多12%，所以如果是看今天的话是10%哦，10%的话其实是不错了的价位，其实是不错的价位，所以如果你要的话，其实可以买少许了So they drop around 10% as of now. Okay, if you think 10% is reasonable, then you buy small position first. So if they continue to drop, then you might want to accumulate slowly lah. Overall, Singapore Bank is a good company, all right. But if you are afraid, then you don't touch first. Okay, you observe, all right. But usually, the stock market is usually rebound from the uncertainty. So that's why if you, afraid to miss out, that's why I say you buy small first. Okay, don't buy too much. Right? 因为很多时候它上的时候它不给你机会进 right? 所以你买少许了。So this for Singapore Bank. Okay, so what about your stocks? Okay, apologize to everyone first if I cannot cover your stocks. SD Engineering. SD Engineering, all right. SD Engineering this few days also rebound as well. Okay, like what I mentioned, it is quite volatile stock. Okay, based on the support level, all right, they are near the resistance actually. Okay, and then April 25th is the dividend. Okay, if you ask me, if you based on the chart, there is no setup yet. There's no setup yet. But however, if you are buying for long term, okay, if you are buying for long term, you can accumulate slowly. You can actually accumulate slowly, right? For example, where is the support? Okay. $3.37 was the support level. Okay. So 3.37 was the support level. After that, they rebound. Okay. So will they continue or not? That will depend on the Singapore market situations. Okay, that will depend on the Singapore market situation. But I think opportunity as well because the price already dropped 11%. All right, 11%. Okay. So if you are buying for dividend, okay, maybe, okay, you can, right? So this for STI index. Sunpower, how does it perform? Sunpower is still not moving. Okay, the volume is so thin. Yeah, I talked about this stock previously, but the volume is so thin. All right, so you got to be patient. Okay, you got to be patient. But looking at the chart, I think still okay because the price is still above 200-day moving average, and the price, as long as the price above 200 moving average, I think is okay. All right, but you just need to be patient. Okay, you just need to be patient, right? SATS. Okay, SATS. So SATS, I think most of you subscribe the rights. Okay, most of you have subscribed the rights, right? Okay, $2.20, I think is a good price lah. Huh? It's a good price, right? But by looking at the chart, these 2 days they rebound. Okay, it's actually good sign. But if you look at the chart, right, I won't buy this top. Okay, because by looking at the chart, it's not my type of the stock, right? But however, if you are buying for long term, you try to buy near the bottom. Okay, now is it near the bottom? I think so lah. I think so, right? 所以如果你要是买在低点的话，差不多是在2块4毛6 ，OK， 2块4毛6。And if you already subscribe the rights, okay, $2.20, then you just hold lah, okay, hold, all right, because set is for long term, okay, set is for long term, and you can see that the price gap down is unexpected lah, 所以股市我是跟大家说什么东西都会发生虽然这个是一个好公司你可以看到它的股票也是会大跌。All right, so anything can happen, right? So I think it makes sense, all right? If you want to buy near the bottom, I think this is the price, okay? 不然的话，你不可能是在这边买嘛 ，okay? So 现在是底部 ，okay? It does make sense for you to buy right now as compared to $4. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? 很多人是在高点的时候他买进A lot of people they buy when the price near the high. So now it's near the bottom. Okay, I think it's opportunity for you to accumulate And I believe most of you already subscribed the right at $2.20. That is the best price, I think. Right? That's the best price. So you just wait. So after buy $2.22, then you just wait. All right, there are too many shares you are given. I mean to be share, I think I can pick one only, right? Sembcorp Marine, is it? Okay, Sembcorp Marine. All right, Sembcorp Marine, what happened? Okay, after merging with Keppel Corp, the price crashed down. So now near the bottom, okay, how do you think? When near the bottom, how do you think? Near the bottom, I think can accumulate okay, can accumulate because the price already dropped so much. I think a lot of people buy here somewhere around 0.13. A lot of people buy here, right? But now near support, okay? So if you look at the chart, actually support level is 10 cents, 0.1, right? If you know how to draw the chart, okay? I no need to tell you, right? Okay? So if you can see, that's why 在1毛的时候它就跑上去 right 就是说很多人看到这个1毛这个支撑right 支撑 so I think can okay I think can if you want to accumulate right now in that drop below 200-day individual stock 2 market is too volatile now don't know how to trade you can stay sideways KL yeah if you are not sure right stay sideways nano film so nano film what happened nano film also previously they went up and then they dropped okay because they hit resistance 1.6毛7 right and then they pull back okay so it's quite interesting right the resistance is quite strong 1.67 right so the price is trying to break through I think this stock you can keep in your watch list but just that you need to understand it's bit volatile also because it's considered, is it considered tech stock? So you can see, but there are buyer coming in, all right? So there are buyer coming in. And I think if the price, once the price can break through 1.76, they will continue to go higher. I think got chance, okay, got chance. So 如果它有突破1.6毛7的话，我觉得有机会继续的涨，所以你们要观察咯，要观察 ，right? Just that today a big candlestick, okay, and actually near the support. Now it's near support. So tomorrow you see how, right? Tesla, okay, Tesla, Tesla. Tesla. Yes, Tesla rebound, okay, support level, touches the support level, rebound, right? But it is important for the price to stay above the support level, stay above the support level, right? So if the price break down, then you have to be careful, all right? You have to be careful. 所以这几天的话，它是有反弹了，尤其是这2天。所以我的意思是说，如果它的它的价格是在这个支撑的上面的话，我还是认为还是有希望的。然后如果一旦它跌破这个支撑的话，要特别小心哦，要特别小心。Right? Overall, is still considered downtrend, all right, but look positive, okay, because they went up 100% and then they came down, all right. I think, yeah, this is popular stock, okay. Popular stock means that there are a lot of people are watching, okay. So yeah, I think based on the price actions, okay, there is a setup, okay. And make sure you set stop loss if you are buying. Sembcorp Marine 刚才我有讲过 ，OK。Visa. All right. So Visa, how is it? Visa a bit, how to say? Visa, you see the stock price, right? The movement is not that. Can you see the movement is not that much, okay? 所以它的涨幅不多，8%罢了，8% only. So my thinking is this. Maybe I share with you my idea lah. If you are buying US stock, right, you should looking for stock that move what we call that more as compared to this one. What I mean that, however, if you are looking for what we call that value investing, okay, then obviously Visa may be suitable for value investing, right? So it's just that the price movement is not that, the momentum is not there, okay? The momentum is not there. And right now, if you ask me if you want to buy, I think, yeah, it's near support level, I think. All right, if you want, you can, near support level, right? So it's near support level. If you want, yeah, can. Thai beverage, THAIB. So how do you think about Thai beverage, right? So Thai beverage. So how do you think about Thai beverage? Thai beverage, actually the stock price didn't really move much. Now, although it's near support level, right? It's mean accumulations, right? 62 accumulations. So you can accumulate if you want, but you may notice that the price actually move in a sideway. Do you notice? So if you buy at 62 Then if you want to sell, maybe at 70 cents, right? Maybe, okay? But if the price break below, you can see sometimes they do break, okay? So if they break below, then you have to be, you have to be careful, all right? You have to be careful. So a bit, how to say, they move in a sideways now. The sideways, they move from 62 to 70, 62 to 70. So it's a sideways trade, that kind of thing. UMS. So how do you think about UMS? So 你怎样看 UMS？ 其实 UMS 的话也是在这个 support level， right? But I'm not sure this support level is strong enough or not. Okay, all right. So although it look like near support level, but I'm not sure is it strong enough. Will they rebound? So this is a question that most people ask, right? And if you are not sure, okay, like what I mentioned, you buy small. Okay, you buy small first. All right. So if they rebound, then you can add position. All right. If they continue to go down, then you can cut loss. All right. So that's why I say you buy small. Okay. Because the next support level will be here if they continue to drop 0.965. All right. So again, what else? Capital Land REITs. REITs. A already went up, right? So here is here's a support. So when you buy REITs, right, I think the best way is to buy near the low 啦。所以我每次跟大家说的话，如果你能买在最低的话是最好啦 ，REITs。OK， 毕竟是买来collect dividend. So if you buy REITs, right? Okay, if you can try to buy near the bottoms, okay, 256, I think previously, right, or 255. Yeah, 255. Okay, and then the resistance is 288. Right, 288. So so the price does drop recently, okay, and yeah, touches the support level. So that's why the price actually rebound a little bit. Okay, rebound a little bit, right? So you can see that when STI drop, actually REITs also drop. All right. So it's actually give us an opportunity to buy some good REITs. So if you have some extra money that you want to add position, you can, right? Just that, this stock, this REIT already went up a little bit, right? Just take note the resistance, I think, can be adjusted to 292 based on the recent high price. Apple, AAPL. Right? So Apple still look good, okay, because the price stay above the 200 MA. No doubt, Apple is a good fundamental company, right? So if you can accumulate, all right, but the price always accumulate the price near the support, okay, near the support. I think previously, got someone asked me about. So that's why I say $130 is quite a nice price to accumulate. Okay, 130. So I'm not sure any one of you buy at the 130. Does any one of you? So 130块之前是有人问我了哈，所以我是跟大家分享，就是上次就是130块，其实Apple 是最合理的价钱买进 ，alright? So if you bought during that time, then now it is already went up, and although you can see the US stock market is volatile, but Apple the price didn't drop much, and in fact, it's pretty strong, right? It's pretty strong. So if you want to buy, maybe you wait near the support, okay? Near the support before you buy, can? All right, so the REITs. What else? Stella. Oh, so many stocks, right? Olam. Olam groups. Olam group also, how do you think? Olam group is actually near support level, right? And will they go up? Will they continue to go up? How do you think? So the next resistance, I think, is somewhere here. $1.60. Okay, $1.60, right? So I think yeah, support is, that means it give you entry point as well. All right, as long as the price stay at 1.53, okay, yeah, you can consider, but do set stop loss as well if you are looking for midterm trade, that kind of thing, right? So next. Next, how do you think? Yeah, recently the price went up, continue to went up, right? But you just need to take note about the neck resistance, okay, around $2. $2 is a pretty strong resistance, huh? So you just need to be careful, right? Because previously when they hit $2, they go sideways for a very long time, right? So, but these few weeks they went up quite nicely, right? Quite nicely. So this is a Singapore property stock, right? Maybe I take a look from here. TSM. 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 How do you think TSM? TSM is actually a bit slow, right? But now it's near support. Okay, now it's near support, right? And if you ask me, I think why not you choose AMD? Almost the same price. Okay, because look like AMD has more momentum as compared to TSM. Okay, because they are the same sector. So you just choose one. NVDA already run. Okay, NVDA, AMD, Qualcomm, and TSM, they are in the same sector. So I think AMD is better as compared to TSM. I think.所以个人认为的话 ，AMD 会比较好一点啦，它的 momentum 会比较强as compared to 这个 TSM, right? So okay, so thank you for your stocks. So let me proceed to my slide. All right. So what is the problem that most of the retail investors have? Okay, most of the retail investors have is that they always look at the news and always read news, the toxic news. That's why I share with you. If you read too much news, right? Okay, then you will have a big problem. Okay, you do not know what stock to choose, and then you feel like, you know, you are afraid to buy any stock. So that's why the solution, okay, that I want to give it to share with you is price actions. Why price actions? You have to understand, okay, why price action? Because price action, look at the chart, and then the chart show us the real data. OK， 所以很多人的问题就是散户的问题，就是说他一直读这个报章。所以如果你读报章的话，很多人就是说刚才跟大家分享的，就是说你读这个报章或者是这些 research report 的话，其实是它是拿来写来吓你的。所以如果你越读越多的话 ，OK， 你越怕。So that's why 我有一个成功的秘诀就是solution 就是 price actions 啊 ，OK， 看图表，正确的看图表。So 为什么看图表呢？因为图表就是show us the real data. So why stock chart? Because stock chart show us the real data. The candlestick that you see, right, is actually driven by the human psychology behavior. There are 4 prices: high price, low price,